Right, so this is probably gonna be the last part. Like, if there's still like enough time, like maybe I'll do one more part, but this is probably gonna be the last one. If it's not, then I'll make another part.
Even with this amp, black and white are usually above luminous and base. With all
Okay.
this, I think it is clear that time is involved in this feat, meaning it
Ooh.
would be at least universal plus
Oh,
for those with the
that
version.
is OP-ish. That is
Now that that
OP.
feat is more or less wrapped up, I wanted to bring up another subject of power in Prettycure: infinite power. I know
Oh.
universal plus could technically be considered that already, but I want to go over the statements of infinite power in the series.
All right, do it.
First, we need to establish that infinity actually means infinity.
Mhm.
I know that may sound weird, but infinity doesn't always mean infinity in anime slash manga.
Okay, yeah.
Really just means very great, right? And that's also another thing with Infinite, especially
How
in
strong was you walk?
Japanese, stories. They use Infinite, Omnipotent, all that stuff a lot, and it just means very
That's
great.
Bleach.
Sometimes it can even mean strongest in the verse or strongest in the
Mm.
sequence. So you
Right.
need to take that kind of interpretation into account when you're considering these.
With an episode
All right.
title like All Hearts Are One, I Am the Strongest Prettycure, for the episode where Infinite Silhouette shows up, you might think it's just using the greatest power interpretation.
Mm.
While that could be the case, we do get some clarity in Fresh Prettycure. When describing what infinity, the unlimited memory, is, Setsuna gives this example.
たくさん野菜を入れようとしても袋が小さいと破れてしまうでしょ。でももしそれが無限に入る袋だったら、その袋がインフィニティってことね。メビウスがインフィニティを手に入れたら、全世界を自分の管理下に置くなんてたやすいことよ。
This is the definition of infinite, so with that out of the way, let's see the different infinite scaling we can get. First,
Okay,
the
do
fact
it,
that
do it.
Mobius, a supercomputer, thought the best way to rule over all the parallel worlds was to use Chiffon, who is infinity, leads to some interesting conclusions about how many parallel universes there are. Either it was just so vast a number, and remember this would be vast for a highly advanced supercomputer, that infinity was the most efficient choice, or there are an infinite number of parallel universes, which is somewhat implied with Love's continued reflection in the parallel world explanation. This would adjust the Vitara feat I mentioned before, making them anywhere from multiversal, which is 1001 to any higher finite amount of separate spacetime continuums, to multiversal plus, which is to destroy an infinite amount of separate spacetime continuums.
Right.
In All Stars DX2, the Rainbow Jewel is stated to grant infinite power. Bottom obtains the jewel and then is defeated by the Rainbow form Cures, which they obtain from an amusement park's worth of people using the Miracle Lights. In DX3, Cures themselves are much stronger and obtain a stronger version of the Rainbow forms from everyone on the planet using a Miracle Light. So, they surpassed infinite power in DX2, and then they largely surpassed themselves in DX3, and that's not even accounting for the fact that there are 4 more Cures in DX3 than in DX2.
Okay.
Power. This is obviously the case for Infinite Silhouette, who is stated repeatedly to have infinite power in the anime, the official website, the manga, and likely the light novel. I say likely as the light novel is not translated up to that part, but I don't see why they would change it, especially given the statement from the novel. She was so powerful that even the usually collected Yuri got a bit of a power high after the final battle against Doom. As Infinite Silhouette is the fusion of the Cures, or a combination of these powers in the manga, then even with it being an exponential increase, part of infinity is still infinity, so even the base Heartcatcher Cure should have infinite power, just on a lower tier. Whether you believe the Heartcatcher Cures ever scale above Infinite Silhouette in the All-Star films is debatable, as we aren't given anything definitive to say they have or haven't. The closest we have is the revived villains in DX3 stating they will showcase Black Hole's almighty power as they power up, only to be easily defeated by the Cures. Black Hole had the power of all the previous enemies the Cures faced, and we see that beings he creates return to him, which would mean the energy Bottom had with the Rainbow Jewel went to him after DX2. He even temporarily held back the power of the Rainbow form Cures, so I believe it's fair to say he's above Infinite Silhouette. Even if the minions don't have his full power, they would still be insanely strong and at least put the Heartcatcher Cures on the path to surpass Infinite Silhouette by the next.
Oh no! Damn it! It's buffering, isn't it? Okay, there.
Hopefully that scale, it is at least likely that the Heartcatcher Cures scale above full power Dune, who they needed to become Infinite Silhouette to beat. They were able to beat him up before he transformed, so it makes sense that after so much time has passed, they would be past his transformation, and this is supported by a similar thing happening with another Cure team. In Doki Doki Pretty Cure, the Cures needed to transfer their powers and the powers of the 3 sacred treasures to Cure Heart so she could defeat Selfish Proto.
Okay.
Like the Heartcatch Cures did, if not more with the inclusion of the sacred treasures. Pantheon mode Cure Heart stronger than Infinite Silhouette?
Oh, wait. The freaking quality. The quality was higher than this. No, please don't fuck this up on me. Please don't. I hate it when this happens. Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh the screen. I don't care if my base cam goes out. Alright. I refreshed the screen. Sure, my freaking face cam is off, but I don't really care at this point anymore. So let's just continue the video.
It would be past his transformation, and this is supported by a similar thing happening with another Cure team. In Doki Doki Prettycure, the Cures needed to transfer their powers and the powers of the 3 sacred treasures to Cure Heart so she could defeat Selfish Proto.
No, don't. Why? Oh, come on, no, don't. Okay, there.
The Heartcatch Cures did, if not more with the inclusion of the sacred treasures. Pantheon mode Cure Heart stronger than Infinite Silhouette? I'm sure that suggestion won't piss anyone off. Back on topic, in All-Stars Miracle Magic, Cure Miracle, the newest cure, can beat up Selfish Proto in base with no amps. So, if that is the case for Doki Doki, then it is reasonable that the Heartcatch team would surpass Doom. If it were just the anime, that would be it, but the official website's light novel reveals a few other interesting statements.
Okay.
The website states that Dark Prettycure has immeasurable power. Said immeasurable power is equaled by and then surpassed by Cure Moonlight, who then also goes on to easily deal with a stronger Dark Prettycure, only having trouble when Dark Prettycure was getting help, and when she was having psychological issues from a certain revelation. Following them getting from translation notes of the Heartcatch Prettycure light novel, so take it with a grain of salt. That being said, the first chapter is translated, and it does match with what the notes say, so I do have faith in them. According to the notes, June made a deal with the devil. Huh. Those desert devils make more sense now. Anyway, and he was granted infinite power. Prime Cure Flower matched a fully powered Dune, and the Heartcatch Cures were winning against a Dune who had regained his powers until he transformed and started punching the planet. And, as I mentioned above, they should surpass him in the All-Star films.
Alright.
How many times beyond infinity is that?
Yeah, how much?
Oh yeah, the Heartcatch Mirage is also stated to have infinite power, so there's also that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Beyond Universal, into multiverses, and infinite power. Tough girls indeed.
Ooh.
And to think Black and White had to work together to stop an elevator from falling in episode 2. Simpler times. Oh, who am I kidding? The Universal feat I keep mentioning is from the same season, and it would still be absurdly powerful even if I didn't incorporate later seasons. Alright. Strength and speed given, now all that's left is to look at the progression. At the beginning of Max Hard, Black and White get their powers back, and they notice they're stronger than before. Just how much stronger did they get? They surpassed their enhanced final attack from the last season. Valdez being stated to be their strongest opponent multiple times certainly helps, though that kind of skews that level of power with the Sparkle Bracelets rather than their new base forms. Really, it is a simple matter of reasoning. Boron was the one who granted Cures the Rainbow Bracelets.
Oh shit! Fuck! Damn it! It keeps freaking buffering. I hate it when this happens. Please don't do this. Fuck! Come on, no! Please! No!
Really, it is a simple matter of reasoning. Boron was the one who granted Cures the Rainbow Bracelets, which took them beyond Majin's level, and whose full power allowed them to surpass the Ant Dark King in the end. That same Boron is stated to have gotten stronger, like Meppel and Meppel did, and now is using his full power all the time with Hikari. Hikari, being a person who has the power of light already, with said power of light being part of the power of light that was from the Queen of Light, who was stronger than the base Cures in the original series. Thus, Shine Luminous would be at least on the power level of the Rainbow Bracelet Cures. However, Black and White wouldn't be shocked by that level of power as they would have experienced it before, meaning it was something stronger than anything they felt before. Yep, They start the new season stronger than their strongest attack at the end of the last season. As for growth, they go from being at a disadvantage in fighting the Dark Denizens in physical combat to matching them individually twice. Then there is the end of Max Heart. Baldus tanks a Marble Screw Max Sparkle and then powers up, revealing he is now fused with the resurrected Dark King. Previously, the other denizens got a dark glow that brought them to the level of the Sparkle Bracelet Cures, so Baldus' power-up should at least be that, if not much stronger. After regaining their will to fight for a second time, the Cures with their Sparkle Bracelets are able to push through Baldus' attack and push him back with just punches to the point where he powers up further and becomes the fully resurrected Dark King. That means the Cures surpass the boost of the Sparkle Bracelets and the power of the Marble Screw Max Sparkle in the span of the same fight. As Luminous is shown later in the franchise being on par with Black and White, she obviously catches up with them. As for full power New Dark King, he was only equaled by the resurrected Queen of Light, and beaten by the Cures working with her, Luminous saying there was no other way. So full power New Dark King and resurrected Queen of Light skill well above what would have been a even stronger Extreme Luminario Sparkle. I know that's the attack they used to beat him, but that was with Luminous as part of the Queen. Keep that in mind. Now, onto the All-Star films. How much stronger do the Cures get here? Seasons worth of growth. Each All-Star film has the new team only just starting out, with the films usually being released around episode 6 to 9. Said new team helps out in the film, then goes on to experience a whole season's worth of powering up, and yet the older teams are still able to fight alongside them, or are superior to them. That means they at least experience those same boosts in power. This even applies to crossovers they aren't in, as Black and White weren't in Dreamstars or Superstars, but appeared in Hugto 3 separate times, and each time were portrayed as being stronger than the Hugto Cures. Called growth of each season, surpassing their own special attacks, going beyond their own transformations. Gun plus Ultra. Going to defeat a far stronger foe, every new power achieved. There is even an entire episode dedicated to Elena and Madoka breaking their limits. And it scales to every cure. I'm not going to cover the growth from each season, as that would take forever. So what I'm going to do is go over the few times where a multiplier has actually been stated for growth, and then cover 2 notable power boosts in the All-Star films.
Alright. So I'm going to end this part here. So